Here we have a problem on simplifying exponential expression. I am saying this expression is the exponential expression because we have the variable n at the exponent. Okay, so to do the first step of simplification, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the quotient rule of exponents. That is, like for example, if I have a to the nth power divided by a to the nth power. So what will I do? I divide two terms with the same base a. Whenever I divide two terms with the same base a, I'll write the base ones and I will subtract the exponents, that is m negative n. Okay, now we are going to use this rule in reverse order. That is, for example, if I have a term like this a to the power m negative n, so I can write, I can write this a to the power m negative n as a to the power m over a to the power n, because this 2 to the power n negative 1 is in the form of a to the power m negative n. So what can we do for this 2 to the power of n negative 1? We can write 2 to the power n over 2 to the power 1. Actually, 2 to the power 1 is nothing but 2. So simply we can write this one as just 2. So let me do this in our problem. In the given expression. So 2 to the nth power positive. This one can be written as 2 to the nth power over 2. So the same thing I can do in denominator. So this 2 to the power n negative 1 can be written as 2 to the power n over 2 negative 2 to the power n. Okay, now so I'm going to add this fraction and this 2 to the nth power. Whenever I'm adding a fraction with some stuff like this, I have to multiply this one by the denominator of the fraction. So once I'm done with this multiplication, I can take these two as a common denominator. So when I multiply this 2 to the nth power by 2, it will be 2 times 2 to the nth power, positive 2 to the nth power. And so I'm done with the multiplication. I can take this 2 as a common denominator. Okay, now the same thing. I have to multiply this 2 to the nth power by the denominator 2. So I'll be getting 2 to the nth power negative 2 times 2 to the nth power over. And now we can take this 2 as a common denominator. Okay, now I'm writing this fraction as it is. Just a moment, let me erase this. Okay, so I'm taking this fraction as it is as 2 times 2 to the nth power, positive 2 to the nth power over 2. I am changing this multiplication as division. Then I have to take reciprocal for this one. Then I'll be getting 2 over 2 to the nth power negative 2 times 2 to the nth power. This 2 will cancel out. So I have to multiply this stuff by this one. I have to multiply this one and this stuff in denominator. So I'm getting 2 times 2 to the nth power positive 2 to the, positive 2 to the nth power divided by, so when I multiply this stuff by 1, I'll be getting 2 to the nth power negative 2 times 2 to the nth power. Okay, so what can be factored from these two terms? So when you look at this expression carefully, the greatest common divisor of this one and this one is just 2 to the nth power. So that can be factored out. So if I factor 2 to the nth power out, to know what I have left in the first term and second term, I have to divide both the terms by the one I factor out. So when I divide this one by 2 to the nth power, this one will cancel out. I'll have 2 left in the first term, positive. When I divide this one by the one I factor out 2 to the nth power, so 2 to the nth power or 2 to the nth power will just become 1. And now, so here also the greatest common divisor of these two terms is 2 to the nth power. So the same 2 to the nth power can be factored out. Then I'll have what I have left in the first term is I have to divide this one by the one I factor out. When I do so, this one will cancel out. I'll be getting 1 over here. And if I divide this one by the one I factored out 2 to the nth power, this one will cancel out. So I'll have 2 left in the second term. So this 2 to the nth power, 2 to the nth power will cancel out. And the simplification of this one is 3 and 1 negative 2 is negative 1. 3 divided by negative 1 is negative 3. So the simplification of the given expression is negative 3.